What's going on, boxing fans? Julian Williams here at the distance. Got another video for you guys this afternoon. This one's going to be a post-fight video for Hernan Marquez versus Nonito Donaire, along with Bernardo Concepcion versus Juan Manuel Lopez. These fights took place on Saturday night. I'm a bit late with these videos, or with this video, and talk about these fights. But I actually went out on a date Saturday and missed the fights. I didn't even get to watch them until Sunday. But I will be watching the fights this weekend. So anyway, on to the fights. First fight was Hernan Marquez versus Nonito Donaire. Out of every prediction I've done, this one was probably the near perfect one that I've done in a long time, probably since Klitschko versus Johnson. And I'm never really dead on. I'm either dead on or dead off with predictions, but overall, really good fight for Nonito Donaire. But one thing that Donaire did do in the fight that was a huge mistake was he fought small, and he came out lefty. And when he was at lefty, he was getting hit with a lot of shots, with a lot of jab. He was getting out jabbed, but he was outlanding Marquez with power shots. So some of the rounds could have gone either way because Marquez was out jabbing them, but at the same time, Donaire was hitting them with more, power shots. So in the fight, and I mentioned in my prediction that Marquez did a good job of hooking off the jab, and right when they came out, he came out lefty, and he got hit with that hook off the jab, and he was fighting small. He was kind of crouched down, in that little praying mantis type, stance. And he was trying to get his shots off, trying to get the left hand in, which is pretty much his money shot, is that left uppercut. And he was getting in a lot of looping left hands, which was telling the story of this fight. The story of this fight was being told by the looping left hand shots. They were landing automatic for Donaire, and Marquez. You have to give credit where credit's due. He kept. He stayed in there and he continued fighting. And he was eating shots that he didn't even see. And he was just straight up landing that looping left hand shot. He wasn't seeing, he was countering off of it, leading with it. You name it, Donaire was doing a really good job with that looping left hand shot. And he was trying to set up that left uppercut from the beginning of the fight. But Marquez's gloves were down, so Donaire wasn't really able to get it in flush until like the end of the 8th round. And when Donaire had went to the right-handed stance, to orthodox, that's when he started to open up. And I mentioned in my prediction video that when he starts to open up, that's when it was going to get dangerous, because he was going to start to turn it up, and he was going to start trying to walk him down. And he began trying to walk him down. He started to find more openings at right-handed stance, and was able to get in more power shots and work a little bit more. And it was a good fight. Nice, Donaire was nice and patient in the ring there, and just a good overall fight for Donaire. And they mentioned in the fight that he was experimenting a little with different techniques in the ring. And I guess Marquez is the type of fighter where you can experiment against, but at the same time you can experiment but don't sleep on. That's just the best way to describe, this fight. Donaire, I had Donaire winning by a 9th or 10th round knockout, but he did win at the end of the 8th, so that was very close. So anyway, overall, really good victory from Nonito Donaire. Maybe he goes up to 118 and fights Fernando Montiel. Or the winner of Montiel Concepcion, which is going to be on Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. Hopefully, he fights maybe the winner of that. I'm leaning towards Montiel to win. I'm going to do my prediction for that in a minute. But overall, good victory. Lopez Concepcion. Overall, the fight that I thought it would be. It was a fight where it was just a shootout. Something I wanted to mention in my prediction video, but I didn't think about it. I thought this fight was going to be similar to Lopez Penalosa, because remember in the fight April 24th of 2009, Pelosa was kind of pinned against the ropes, and Lopez just kept working him. And Lopez continued, went in and he worked on Concepcion. Was going to take him out early. It seemed like he was aiming to take him out very early in the fight. So because possibly Concepcion's come forward and keep coming style could possibly be trouble against Lopez. But he didn't come in. He didn't really box. He just came in and just started fighting. He caught I believe it was a right hand, caught a right hook, and he went down. But he got up second round and knocked out Concepcion, and it was all said and done. So overall, good victory for Juanma Lopez. He's going to be fighting Rafael Marquez on September either 11th or 18th. It's going to be on Showtime. So overall, that's going to be an interesting fight. And there's even rumors of Chris John December 4th in Cowboy Stadium. I take what Bob Arum says lightly when he refers to fights such as those. But I'm glad to see Juanma staying busy. And hopefully we do see Chris John versus Juan Manuel Lopez. Hopefully. But anyway, that was Distance. Thanks for watching. Peace.